And we're live.
Hey, all right, awesome. Well, hello out there. Welcome. I'm on location here. We're doing a little workcation on the beach. Get to sit out here and get some work done at the same time. Been taking a few days away, but today on this broadcast we have something really, really important that we'll be talking about, and that is the best ways to make money online, especially if you're a beginner. Now, one thing is, I have been doing this a long time. Over 2 decades, I've been building successful internet businesses. I've generated over $100 million in revenue with all of those businesses over the years. And so, what we did is we boiled this down to the 9 best ways for you to make money online today or right now. Now, it's not just my opinion either, because we've assembled 9 case studies of 9 different people who tried each of these different business models, and they themselves have generated over $10 million combined in income. So it's not just me, it's all the case studies that we're going to be featuring as well. We're going to dive into each of the 9 different methods. One of my favorite methods we're going to cover towards the end. And yeah, so let's get into it. So, first up, let's pull up the screen and take a look. And I'm navigating here from out here on the deck with my laptop. You can see down here, got my laptop, and we're gonna get to the deck, and that's what we'll be covering today. And so we're going to dive in. I'll cover all of the 9 methods. I'll show you exactly how you can profit from this and how to pick the right one. That's what's important. And we'll get started here. And as I said, we're going to cover how I've generated over $100 million myself using many different business models, but specifically we'll go into 9 of them that each one I have a case study of a person who was highly successful using it. We'll talk about their case study. And by the way, the entire presentation today is available to download. So if you want to download all the slides and get the entire thing, including all the case studies, all you have to do is sign up to our free newsletter. So we'll talk more about that in a minute, but I'll put a link to that down in the description below. If you do want to download all the slides and get the case studies, you can get those totally free. Just jump in, subscribe to our newsletter, and we'll give you all of it for free. Now, there are 4 important factors that we want to cover because when people come to me and they ask, which is the best way to make money online, it really depends on these 4 important things. First up, you want to know that these take hard work, okay? I don't believe in sharing with you a bunch of junk, a bunch of smoke and mirrors and BS that just doesn't work. And there's so many people, way too many gurus and YouTube channels and experts, I'll use air quotes around experts, that will tell you that there's quick and simple and get rich quick opportunities out there. And I'll tell you, it's just simply not true. So I want to be straight, honest, transparent with you. All of these models take work. You have to actually work at them, but they are all easily achievable for somebody who is a beginner. Now, the second factor to consider before we get into the 9 business models is that this idea of passive income, that you can just kick up your feet and do absolutely nothing and somehow get paid money over time while you sleep. That's also, I want to just wipe that away. That's not accurate. That's not truthful. Now, can you make passive income? Absolutely. But it takes, again, you have to get your business set up. You have to get it launched. You have to get it, traffic coming in and get some profit rolling in, and then you can create a passive income. But there's no such thing of you just jump in one day, log in, and build a passive business where you just make lots of money with little to no effort overnight. It just, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like it to be true, it takes a bit of work. Now, again, I want to reemphasize that even if you're a beginner with no technical skills, no marketing skills, you can do this. Just be prepared to roll up your sleeves and put in a little bit of effort and be persistent. Don't quit really easily, and you can be highly successful, like the case studies I'll be showing you in a minute. Now, the third thing is these things don't require that you have to have a huge budget, okay? You can start this with little to no initial investment up front. So the 9 different methods I'll show you, all of them can be started for just a few dollars. to be able to do things like set up your domain name and get your business launched, okay? So don't think that this means that you're going to have to spend a bunch of money. That's not necessarily true. Now, if you got a budget and you can pay for ads and things like that, then sure, will it go faster? Yes, but you do not have to make a huge investment to make these things work, okay? And finally, the fourth factor is, a lot of people call this what niche to pick. So we have two things to consider. One is the business model, the different ways of making money online. But then we have what niche market, who are you serving? Like, who are you selling your products to? Those are the people that you're selling your products or services or promoting to. And that is an important thing to get right. Now, I have a training where we dive deep into, there's a research method. It's actually a 1,000-year-old research method that we've taken and we now use to help people pick the right market. And I'll drop a link to that down below in the video description so that you can check that out. And that uses it's over 1,000-year-old. It's actually a Japanese research method from Japanese philosophy, and it will help you pick the perfect niche market, which again, the niche is who are you serving? Who are you selling to? Who is your audience? So let's get into the 9 business models, and we'll get started off with number 9. And that is affiliate marketing. And wait a minute, are these out of order?
You wanted to start with number 9?
Yeah, remember we're supposed to go from count down from 9 to 1.
Oh, okay. The way I set it up is it basically does that.
Okay, but that says number 1.
Yeah, I reversed the order they were initially in, and the numbers might not represent what.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, maybe we have a little bit of editing to do here. Can we edit that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and is that number 9? What's showing is number 1?
Yeah. So I remember when we were going through this, and I had the initial order. This was number 9 at the very end, and I placed it at the very beginning and changed it to number 1.
We're supposed to be counting down to number 1 being my favorite of all time.
Got it. Okay, that's a hiccup on my end. When I was the number 1 at the very end, number 9 is the one you're talking about, though.
That's very confusing. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to talk to the audience, and we'll chat a little bit with the live audience. If you can get those ordered properly, and then let me know as soon as they're ready.
Got it.
Okay, cool. So, and then I am curious as well. I can, while I'm here, I actually can see the chat with the live audience. And I'm curious if those of you who are here, looks like we have a few people with us. Who here is confused about the right business model or needs a little bit of guidance or help with which business model you should pick in order to make money online? Let's take a look here and see if anybody's in the chat. By the way, just give me a hello if you're out there in the chat. And okay, I see Daryl out there. Hey, Daryl. And it's one of the things I think people, they get a little confused because of all the advice that people are out there, that there's like a magic tactic that, if you just do this one business model, it doesn't matter what niche market you go into, you just follow the instructions and you're going to somehow make a bunch of money. And unfortunately, we have to build a business. Every different way of making money online is truly a business. There's not a scheme or a magic trick or a way to somehow, a trick to get money. Each one of them is a business model, meaning that there are customers, there are people who ultimately end up, whether you have a newsletter where they're subscribing and consuming information, or to affiliate marketing when you're promoting other people's products or services. Each one of these is a business model. And I think it's important when you're getting started as a beginner to have that right mindset to realize that whichever of these 9 methods that you pick, it is a business, and that's how you should approach it. And that is really the difference between when I see people that are actually profitable and making a lot of money at these versus those who struggle and never quite get their first dollar going.
And on that note, the board is fixed, so go ahead and jump on over to the board.
Okay, cool. So then we'll do a quick edit in post and clean all that up. So sorry, those of you who are with us here live. But so let's go back here. And we will start with number 9. So number 9 is affiliate marketing. And I think a lot of people look at affiliate marketing and think it's some sort of a scheme or a trick or some magic way to get money in the door. It's not. It's actually a business. And in our case study that we were featuring along this is from Hamza, who got his business to 6 figures monetized with affiliate marketing. And there's a full case study on it. There's a little screenshot from it showing there. But if you decide to download our notes and download all of our slide decks, we'll include links to all of these case studies so you can see from them directly. And you can see there that his business is now on autopilot and making 200 grand a year in profit. Okay? And he's using affiliate marketing to generate a lot of that. Now, affiliate marketing, to define it really clearly, it's really very simple. You're promoting other people's products or services, and you're getting paid a commission when someone buys them. Now, you can promote them through a variety of ways. There's a lot of ways, whether you're buying ads, whether you're blogging, whether you have an email list, maybe you're posting organically on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or wherever you might be getting your traffic from, and you're simply promoting other people's products and services. This is a great strategy for getting started because you don't have to have your own product. You don't have to make ebooks or trainings or courses or go find physical products to sell. And you can start with a smaller budget. So this is a great way to get started with your business. And I love it because it can be added to. You can start as an affiliate and then add some of the additional business models that we're going to cover in the next few slides. And so with this, let's move on to business model number 8. And that is TikTok Shop. So TikTok Shop has been a huge, like trend. You'll see this where there's a lot of people talking about this. It's a fairly new opportunity. And this is actually where you can take your e-commerce shop and you can put it inside TikTok. So when you do this, one of the things that you want to be really careful of is this is not intended to be one of those things where you're drop shipping from China. Ironically, TikTok is owned by China, but they do not want you drop shipping Chinese products from China using a TikTok shop. Now, there are ways to do drop shipping with USA suppliers. There are lots of USA suppliers where you don't have to stock inventory. They'll ship it for you, and you can be compliant with TikTok's rules. So that's really, really important. And the case study here that we're in talking about TikTok is this one that you see here. It's a simple health supplement. This is looks like a white labeled health supplement. And it's got MCT oil in it. And they've been able to pull in over $9 million with TikTok Shop. Now, the beauty of TikTok Shop, there's 2 things that I really, really like about it. And I'm trying to get my wife to put her store over in TikTok Shop. Actually, right now, it's one of the things I keep trying to convince her to do. Because first, TikTok will help you recruit influencers and affiliates. So these will be people all over the web that have massive TikTok followings, and they'll promote your products or services for you. You don't have to do it. They do it for you, and they'll do it for a commission. So they'll send you traffic to your TikTok shop for free, and you only pay when they make you a sale. All right. Now, you could be doing these with your own products like my wife is doing, or you could be doing these again with USA, with proper drop shippers that have product in the USA. You can also do drop shipping. Okay. Now, the other thing that I love about this is that right now TikTok is really pushing these. So they're boosting and amplifying your TikTok shop. You can make just super quick, super simple videos about your products. Literally just hold it up in your hand and put the camera around it, and that is enough. And TikTok will push those and get, I've seen people get tens of millions of views promoting their products or services, like this one here that made $9 million in a month. So I've seen plenty of success stories of people that never had a shop before, never did e-commerce before. They set up their TikTok shop, and because the affiliates and TikTok pushed it, they made millions of dollars. So this is really awesome. So let's move on to the next business model. That's number 7, which is subscription boxes. So this is another example of e-commerce. Okay, I like subscription boxes because it's a blend of 2 of my favorite things. One is e-commerce, which is when you're selling physical products over the internet. And a lot of people do this through Shopify, or you could do it through TikTok shops, like I said. But when you do it as a subscription box, and think of products that are in high demand that people buy over and over again. This could be consumables, it could be food. I mean, there's been a couple businesses that have been built huge, shipping boxes of pet toys and pet treats, for example. And so it's a way you can get paid over and over again. When you get a customer, you lock them in. They're going to buy from you month after month after month. Now, you might have seen Amazon pushing something kind of like this, the subscribe and save feature in Amazon. There's a reason they're pushing that so hard. Every time you buy something, they try to get you to subscribe and save. You've probably seen that. And so the reason is how profitable it is. When you get someone to put in their credit card, sign up, and they'll be receiving products month after month after month. So that is business model number 7. And let's move on to business model number 6, which is newsletters. Okay. This is personally one of my favorites. I do use this quite a lot. And I actually like newsletters because they also combine with some of the things that we showed before. You can do a newsletter in combination with affiliate marketing. You can have a newsletter sending out weekly content to your list, and you can promote, whether it's affiliate products, whether it's your TikTok shop, you can promote all these other models and blend them together. And there are dozens of different ways to make money with a newsletter. And you can see here the example of this is one newsletter with 70,000 subscribers. And look how much money that person is charging to sponsor that newsletter. So in fact, he can make $10,000 or more just sending a single newsletter episode out. And I love email. Email is the highest return on investment, period. It's been proven time and time again. People love to say email is old and email is dead. I'm sorry, it is the number 1 way to make money online is with this. The other thing is a newsletter is valuable. I am constantly seeing people building up newsletters and then selling them and flipping them for a profit. So this is a great thing to do, whether you're trying to start out a brand new business or you want to bolt it on and add it to your existing one. Okay, let's move on to number 5. And this is the agency model. And with the agency model, you're actually, well, how do I want to put this? Here, I'm going to come back on camera for a moment. Welcome back to the beach. But with the agency model, this was kind of made famous by something called SMMA, Social Media Marketing Agencies. And there was a lot of people promoting this, especially on YouTube and other places. And a lot of young people got involved in creating agencies, like right out of the gate. And what they would do is they would help businesses with their marketing, whether it was helping them get leads, helping them promote their stuff in social media, like social media management, right, as it says. But there's I think people get very limited in their thinking. There is an endless sea of different services that you can provide businesses that they need help with, whether that's lead generation, that's one way. The other thing is simple things like helping them manage text message marketing, AI chatbots, web design is one that I've successfully sold quite a lot, where we set up a new website for a small business, and then they pay us month after month after month to promote that website. So there's a lot of ways to mix this up, but it's all about providing services to businesses. So if you're someone who really loves marketing, you really love to study marketing and everything about being an entrepreneur and about promoting products and services, you're passionate about it, this is a fantastic business model. Now, if you're someone who's not very technical, or you're not really experienced or interested in marketing, then this probably is not the right model for you. And here we'll go back to the slide deck. And I want to remind you at this point that all of our deck, all the case studies and everything in today's video is available for you for free. All you have to do is subscribe to our weekly newsletter, and you'll have a chance to get all of this to view for free. The newsletter is totally free, and the download is available to everyone who is in our newsletter. So let's move on to model number 4. Now, this is ebooks, okay? Ebooks it's a very simple business model. You create a digital book that helps someone with an important topic. Okay, they're easy to make, especially now in the world of AI. They are super easy to make, and they can be used also to start building a business as an inexpensive ebook, as the first product you sell, and then you can add to that over time, adding more products to the funnel, to what you're selling over time. Okay, and then as you can see here, that is our case study for this model. And you can see how this person made nearly $500,000 selling that little ebook. Pretty crazy, right? Now, these are really easy to do. You can just do a little bit of research. There's a ton of places to go for doing market research to find problems that people need to solve. And then you write your ebook on that topic. So you do research, and that could be whether you're using tools, keyword research tools, or tools like Helium 10, Answer the Public. Like, you can even go to Quora to search this. But you find problems that people need to solve, and then you create a book around that and offer it to them for sale. Okay, cool. That is business model number 4. Let's move on to number 3. Now, this gets a lot of hype and a lot of misinformation that is simply not true. First up, the faceless YouTube model does work, okay? It is a business that does work. It can make a lot of money, okay? And a person can bring in, there are lots of these sites bringing in $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 a month, not sites, but channels. And I've seen others scale up to doing hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars in revenue. And it is possible. They do work, but they're not as easy as the faceless YouTube gurus would have you believe. Okay, so what they would tell you is that you just fire up ChatGPT and use a couple simple tools, and anyone can do it, and you'll overnight make a fortune. That part is a little bit of a stretch, okay? The truth is, does it work? Yes. Can you build an audience? Yes. Can you just put any old garbage that you got out of ChatGPT in and make a bunch of money? No. You actually have to provide value to that audience with true education, true entertainment. It has to be interesting. It has to be useful. And if you can do that using AI, which many, many people do, then you can run a faceless YouTube channel. And you also don't have to use AI. You can even hire human voiceover talent if you would rather do it that way. But just be aware that you're still building a business. You still have to provide value, entertainment, education, enlightenment, something that people will want to continue watching that channel. Think about it yourself. I know I've come across automated faceless YouTube channels, and I've subscribed to them. I enjoy their videos. They often put interesting or entertaining videos out there and talk about facts and information that I find fascinating. And I'm happy as a subscriber to tune in and watch that. And that's what you need to do with a faceless YouTube channel, okay? You just can't put out a bunch of bland, boring garbage and expect that you're going to become an overnight millionaire. It just doesn't work out that way. But it is a fantastic model. Okay. Now, with this model, it's great if you're camera shy, you don't like being on microphone or on video, like I've been doing. This can work. This is like an alternate way for you to be able to create a media-oriented business. And it's really simple. Again, just a bit of keyword research to find topics that people are interested in. It is useful to find topics that are high-paying topics. Topics like in my niche, I'm in that. I teach people how to do marketing. I teach businesses how to make more money. That niche has a lot of profit in it. Whereas, let's say another niche like video games pays far less money for the videos. YouTube will pay you a set rate for the audience, based on how many eyeballs you get. And your sponsor is the same thing. They pay you based on how many eyeballs you get, and they're just not as valuable. An audience in gaming is not as valuable as an audience in business or in finance or real estate or things like that. So you want to make sure that you pick a good niche market that is compatible for that. And let's move on to number 2. And we're getting close to my favorite business model of all time. And we'll be covering that in just a moment. But next up, and almost as good, are paid memberships. Okay, and this is kind of a generic way of saying that you got an audience that's willing to pay you month after month in order to get access to information, to you, and to continue a relationship with either other members of that community or your trainings, courses, and other things that you can release on an ongoing basis. Okay, and then in our case study here, you can see that they started up and grew this over to, again, almost $500,000 a year in revenue from their membership, starting from nothing up to 1,500 members, making almost $500,000 a year. And one of the cool things about memberships is you have to give out content, to keep your members interested and to keep them paying for their subscription. And you don't have to be the only person generating that content. You can actually get members of your community and other guests to come in and provide that content and training on your behalf. And then the other thing I love is that you acquire a customer once and you keep cashing in month after month after month. Okay, and it's pretty easy to do as well, because first you go out and you build an audience. Okay, and that could be through paid ads, could be for free on Twitter, free on Facebook. You could build a YouTube audience. There's a lot of ways to build an audience, and you learn about their pain points, their needs and wants, their goals, the problems that they need to solve, and you simply help them with that inside the community, and you can make money. Now that brings us to the final business model. Before we get to that, I'm going to go back to the camera here, and I got somebody blowing up my phone with text messages, but that's all right. So back to the camera here. This is my favorite business model, and this is actually one that I can help you with, where we have services where we can actually help you build this business model done for you, where AI tools and humans can work with you to help you launch and build this business model. And it is my absolute favorite of all time. I've probably made the most money doing this over everything else. And as I said at the beginning of the video, that's with over $100 million in revenue between all of the different businesses that I've had. And this one is my favorite of all time. So let's take a look at it. And that is online courses. And with online courses, this is something, my favorite way to do this is by creating a members area that people have to get a username and password to log in and consume your course. And a course is going to be broken down into a topic. So it's a big problem you can help someone solve, a goal you can help them achieve, and you create a course that helps them get closer to solving those problems and achieving those goals. Now you can charge money for access to the course. You could also give away courses and then sell them paid courses afterwards. It's like a funnel. And you can use AI to make this really, really easy to get started. In the past, it was incredibly difficult, incredibly expensive. I know I can tell you personally, I've spent up to $10,000 building courses, and then just before I could even start selling them. And now with AI and using some of the tools like PushButton AI, which is my platform, we can help you build a course literally overnight. So you can log into our platform and it will build your entire course business, bottom to top, everything you need, including your email sequences. It'll make video training lessons, audiobook training lessons, written lessons. It'll set up your website, create the whole login area. It does all that hard technical stuff done for you. So you can get to the fun part, which is driving traffic and making money. Okay. Now, in this case study that we're showing here, you can see he made $105,000 in under a week selling access to his course. And this is an awesome case study. Again, we'll link to it. Look down below if you want to subscribe to our newsletter. We'll give you all the links, everything you need to know about how to do each of these business models and case studies, the slides. It's all available down below. But I also want to invite you at this point to check out PushButton AI because it can actually build you this business model. So my favorite business model of all is courses. And with PushButton AI, you log in, it'll help you uncover the biggest problems, the biggest goals that your audience has, everything that they would be willing, the deep-seated psychological reasons that they would be willing to pay and give you money to buy your course. It'll help you uncover these things and then help you write an entire course around that topic. And it'll be a 12-module course. Usually there's 50, 60,000 words of content. So it's a lot of material, very helpful to your users, and they're willing to pay you money to get access to it. And it doesn't stop there. It builds your sales page. It builds you a 30-day email follow-up sequence. It, again, does video lessons, audio lessons. It sets up your hosting. It finds your domain name, registers the domain name. It sets the entire business up and hands you the keys. But if you'd like to learn more about that, head on over to pushbutton.ai/demo. I'll drop a link to that down below as well. And so that's the roundup. That is my favorite business model of all time. I am interested to know for you, which model are you more interested in? Out of the 9 models that we just covered, comment down below and let me know which one would you like more training on. So we'll take your votes depending upon which ones you want training on. And we'll be releasing more detailed step-by-step training on how to launch each one of these businesses based upon, again, your feedback. So drop a comment to the video down below. Tell me which of these 9 models is your favorite, and we will do more training on that topic. And then last, I want to remind you that here on YouTube, we are launching content all throughout the week, every single week, about how to make money online, how to grow your business, how to start your first business, and a lot more. So if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, then you want to be a subscriber to the channel. So check that out down below. Look for the big red subscribe button and tap it. Become a subscriber, become part of our community that we're building here. And then, of course, if you got value out of today's video, give us a thumbs up. The thumbs up always helps. Give us as many likes as you can there. It helps the YouTube algorithm understand that this video is worth sharing with others. And with that, we're going to be wrapping things up for now. Again, I'll drop all my links down below. So we got the links to the how to pick your niche market training. Got the links to the free newsletter so you can download today's all the slides, the lessons, the case studies, everything you need is down there. And then, of course, if you want us to help you build a course business, that's down there as well, where we can get together and talk about PushButton AI and see if we can help you with that. And on that note, we're going to be signing off. And producer Nick, can you end us off here? Click the end broadcast button for me.
Yep, you got it.
All right. Everybody else, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.